little bit what we were sharing about, and we were talking about Joshua and Caleb. And I want to talk to every woman and man that may be listening today. And you may say to yourself, I just know that God has some things that he's ready for me to accomplish, some things he's ready for me to achieve. But there seems like there have been some difficulties. There seem like there have been some stumbling blocks. So right now, press the share button, because it's going to be important for every person that's on your page to hear this. Press the share button if you know there may have been some difficulties, but today you know that you're getting ready to walk in total victory. What do you mean, prophetess? I want to share this with you. As we look and we understand, Joshua and Caleb were two of God's great men that trusted God. What were they willing to trust God for? Well, they had the word about the promise that God was going to lead them into the promised land. Well, you know, they were given an assignment themselves by Moses. Moses had picked out 12 men to go out and spy out the land. But 10 came back after they went to spy out the land, because they were to go and to bring confirmation to Moses that there was a land of milk and honey. 12 went and did what they were assigned to do, but only 2 came back with a great report. Because what happens? Sometimes when we go, God has given us something to do. We got to be careful that we don't start seeing the negative things in it, and we go and remember what God told us. You know, the Bible tells us that God is not a man that he would lie, that whatever he says he's going to do it, he's going to be able to do it. So we don't have to deny or doubt what God is saying about our future. If God told you that's what he's going to do, you just have to trust that he's well able to do it. What do you mean? When Joshua and Caleb came back, the other 10, guess what? They all came back and said, yes, there is a land of milk and honey. But, oh, how we don't understand when we put that but. They begin to talk about the problems. They begin to talk about how big and strong this city was. They begin to say how they even looked as grasshoppers in their own eyes. They begin to talk how they saw giants, and it was no way that they could go in and take the land. They got so discouraged. And remember, God had brought them out of bondage, but they were so discouraged in what they saw and what they came back to relate to Moses and the children of Israel, that some were even got to complaining that they wanted to go back in bondage. You got to be careful that you don't allow the enemy to trick you into missing your promise, into missing your blessing. Because what happens is sometimes the pain of your past will cause you to miss the promise of your future. See, God had already promised them that they would go into that blessing.